Hey guys, this is Mike Rich 94 and this is my Entangler guide for AoD, made for the AoD School FC. This guide assumes you've watched the general mechanics video, which goes over how any role at AoD should handle different specials.
To start, we're going to be looking at an example gear setup. AoD is a very DPS dependent boss. You want to make sure that you're bringing your best gear. At a minimum, you should have Virtus armor or a tier 90 weapon. You also want to be bringing the items that you should bring as any role, which includes Ring of Vigor, Adrenaline Potion, or Replenishment Pot. You also want to bring Weapon Poison ++. Even though it doesn't work on AoD, it'll work on the minions and the reavers. You also want to bring Anti-Poison, or you could use a Guthix Rest instead. You want to be using the Maniacal Aura because it'll be the best for damage. If that's on cooldown or if you don't have enough points, you can use Supreme Runic Accuracy. You want to be using a Scrimshaw of the Elements, which adds 5% extra damage or 6.6% extra damage for the superior version, which is made at ports. You want to bring Nature Runes for Entangling and Chaos and Soul Runes for Vulning. You also want to bring a G-Staff for reapplying stacks in case the base isn't. You also want to bring a Planted Feet Switch, which will help with your damage. A Flanking Switch is optional, but it will also increase your damage output. And you want to be on a Steel Titan familiar with scrolls, and you want to make sure that you set the auto cast rate. To do this, you go into the familiar interface and you right click the blue bar and set auto cast rate to 1. And what this does is whenever your familiar has 18 summoning points, it'll automatically use its special attack to help you kill things. And to go along with that, you want to also make sure that you're bringing a summoning potion so you can drink it to restore your summoning points and have your familiar spec out on whatever you're attacking to help kill it faster. Now getting into the fight, you want to stand on the black band that surrounds the arena. You want to Sunshine as she's spawning and get started on your DPS rotation. The base should be holding AoD West, so you're able to flank from where you're standing. Remember that Nex won't do any attacks and you can soul spit through any specials such as elements. Once your reaver spawns, you want to entangle it and then get back to attacking Nex as soon as you can. If Nex is looking in your quadrant, you want to make sure that you are using Debilitate 3 seconds after the words pop up over her head. And then you're going to soul split back your health using Thresholds. You can use a Shield and Resonance, but this shouldn't be used just because it's a lack of DPS and you're going to be able to heal back a little bit while you're soul splitting. Another option is to use Reprisal. You're then going to focus next down to 2.1 mil HP to pass the first checkpoint. At 2.1, you're going to be killing reavers and helping others if you don't have one. As your amalgamation spawns, you want to vuln it. And then one example rotation for killing your amalgamation is to Wild Magic, Dragonbreath, and Asphyxiate, and then drink your summoning potion while you're asphyxiating. You will get help from other roles, but you should be able to solo the majority of your amalgamation by yourself. You might have difficulty vulning your mag if a reaver is still alive, and I've included footage on what to do if that happens. You're going to be damaging your reaver down, and just before your amalgamation spawns, you're going to want to step off of your reaver for a second and not use any abilities. As it spawns, you want to click your vuln and the amalgamation at the same time, and it should work on the first attempt. If it doesn't work, it's not worth retrying and wasting time to try and reapply vuln. It's better just to go into your rotation to kill it quicker. Once the amalgamations die, Nex will summon a minion in each quadrant, and it'll be the Entangler's job to midlure them, so your team can use AoE attacks to hit Nex and the minions at the same time. I have included a red arrow to show where the midlure spot is, and it is underneath where the amalgamation spawned. After the amalgamation dies, you want to stand still for a second to make sure the minion's aggression is on you, and then you want to step in the surge spot and surge diagonally. After midluring, you want to use Sunshine as soon as possible and then use Freedom to prevent the minion from stunning you. After Freedom runs out, you want to use Anticipate to prolong the stun immunity. Your focus after midluring should be phasing Nex at 1.8 mil HP to pass the checkpoint. If the team DPS is lacking, Nex can jump for a second element special and minions can lose their aggression on the Entanglers, and one quadrant will receive the typeless element damage again. Once you pass the checkpoint, you want to focus the Umbra minion and then Glacies. And once both have died, you can return to attacking Nex because the AoEs and the Chinner will be finishing off the remaining minions. Once the minions die, you want to build to 100% and use Onslaught, and then activate your Excalibur, which will allow you to get an extra hit off of Onslaught. Once Onslaught ends, you want to drink an Adrenaline or Replenishment Potion, and then just start using Thresholds to 600k HP, because you won't use an ultimate again until the 4th pillar. At 600k, you want to be moving so you don't die to shadows, and Freedom the ice animation on your screen. You also don't want to run melee distance to the Umbra pillar because it will kill the meleeer, because they won't have anywhere to dodge the shadows. Remember to vuln the pillars as you get to them. Bring bombs to the first 3 active pillars and assume that the base will move next far enough away that they will not activate. On the 4th pillar, you just want to bring it away from the team and away from the center, most likely against the wall. Another thing to remember is that when the Glacius pillar is alive, next can stun you in place if you aren't praying magic, and this can happen if you go to the center and drop your prayer to resonance. This can be dangerous if you're right outside the center, or the bomb is charging and you're unable to move. You want to sunshine shortly after arriving to the last pillar. Remember that you can flank Fumus pillar if it's last. You now want to just finish next off and watching for any bombs that you might receive. For the last 150k HP, you want to be using basic abilities so that you can build to 100%. This helps with bank times and more kills per hour so that you don't need a dummy. I will be leaving additional information and links in the description. Thanks again for watching, and hopefully it helps.